What is up, everybody? It's time for another comic book review from your friendly neighborhood comic book addict. It is time for the review of Arkham War #1. So we start off this with a dialogue from someone you can't see, talking about Bane and how his arrival. He's taken over Blackgate by going underneath in the sewers that used to be electrified, but now aren't because the power's out, obviously, because Crown Syndicate took over. So we find out that it's actually Detective Pierce talking to Commissioner Gordon, and Gordon's like, I don't know what's with the city, but I don't know what to do. And she's like, you always told me not to be shocked by anything that people do or say in the city. And pretty much Gordon goes, I think now that someone has blocked the sun and there's a mass breakout, I think now we're allowed to be shocked. And then there's a big firefight between Bane's men and, I guess, the police at the harbor. So we flick over to a hospital, and there's a dude like running, like, I gotta get away, and it's like he's just running through the hallways, and then there's someone stop that patient, and then they attack him, take him down, and it's a pig dude. I'm not sure what his name is. Pig, or Professor Pyig. I don't know. It's a crazy dude. And they show this guy. He has a foot hand. Like this pig dude has sewn a foot where his arm should be. Like, not him, not the pig guy, but the guy who was running. I was like, ooh, that's creepy. Creepy. So we flick over after they've taken this guy out to Scarecrow, who comes over to this guy. It's like, we pretty much talking to him. It's like, we need to get together. Bane is here. We need to band together. We need to do this. And it's like, he talks like this pig guy calls like, oh, are you gonna go scare the little children with your fear farts? I lost it. I just started laughing. Like, fear farts? Come on. That's not funny about fear farts. And then he's pretty much talking, this pig guy and Scarecrow are like pretty much saying, Scarecrow's trying to talk to this pig guy, saying we need to come together, we need to do this, and pig guy wants nothing to do with him. And he's like, well, I guess I have to go over to Penguin, who is now the mayor of Gotham, because the bad guys took over. So we flick over to Bane in Blackgate, and he's just beating the shit out of people. Like, people are knifing him. He's just like, poof, poof. Anybody else want to challenge me? And he's like taking out like 10 dudes. Just poof, 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 poof. Everybody's done. Everybody got the shit kicked out of them. And then he's talking to the Blackgate warden, and he's like, has one of them in a chokehold, and he's like, you need to tell me the secrets of this place or I'm going to kill you. And eventually, the guy gives in and says, we don't know what this thing is. No one knows. It's pretty much done by just different people, but there's something back there. It has to do with the owls a couple months ago. And my brain just goes, uh-oh. So Bane just rips off the door and is like, yes! Talons! I'm like, oh, shit. So Bane now has control of the Court of Owls' talons, along with his 2,000 men he has coming in at the harbor. So this went from bad to mega worse. So now Bane has control of the talons and his own men. So he's like, yep, this place is now mine. And then they show, like, they pan through Gotham, and they show Mr. Freeze, they show Man-Bat, they show Killer Croc. So they flick over to Scarecrow and Penguin, and they're talking, and Scarecrow eventually talks Penguin into saying, we need to get together, we need to fight Bane. So they pretty much in Cobblepot's craziness, he's like, yeah, but we need more. We need more people. So he's like, sometimes you just need to cut at the core, and like he's pretty much talking. We need to get all of the villains to fight Bane. So we flick over to Pig, and he's like doing some crazy shit in the hospital. He always just like there's someone like talking about people screaming, and he's like injecting poison into someone, and then do you agree? And then behind him is like agree. It's like you now work for me. And it's Bane with all these dudes, and so Bane now controls Pig, and if you control Pig, you control all the health stuff because Pig is like a super genius scientist dude who can put a foot on someone's hand that works. So he's in the hospital, so all the men will be saved there and not anyone else. So Bane now has a huge hold on Gotham. I would give this comic a 8 out of 10. I'm really enjoying the writing in this, and I cannot wait for the next issue because this is going to be awesome. I really like the villains in this Arkham War, and that's it. I give it an 8 out of 10, and I suggest you pick it up. And I'm the Comic Book Addict, and I'm signing off.